Hello children, this video is meant for BSc Part 3 Geology Honours and the topic covered is carbohydrate metabolism. Carbohydrate is a nutrient which is finally broken down into glucose by the enzymatic action inside our body. Now this glucose molecule is transported to each and every cell of our body via blood. Inside the cell, the glucose molecule is oxidized completely to form carbon dioxide and water, releasing large amount of energy in this process, which is stored in the form of ATP. Now this whole chain of reaction, which is called as cellular respiration, can be divided into two parts. First part is glycolysis, which takes place inside the cytoplasm of the cell, and second part is the Krebs cycle, which takes place inside mitochondria. Now, through glycolysis process, the glucose molecule is broken down into two molecules of pyruvic acid, which we have already studied in detail in our previous class. Now, this pyruvic acid molecule is transported inside the mitochondria through facilitated diffusion by the enzyme pyruvate translocase. This is the surface protein which is present on the surface of mitochondrial membrane. Now, inside the mitochondrial matrix, this 3-carbon pyruvic acid molecule undergoes decarboxylation reaction in which one carbon dioxide molecule and two hydrogen atoms get released and a coenzyme A gets attached to it, leading to the formation of 2-carbon acetyl coenzyme A molecule. This is the highly energetic molecule and the formation of it leads to a cyclic event of reactions which is called as citric acid cycle or Krebs cycle. Now in the first step of this citric acid cycle, this 2-carbon acetyl coenzyme A combines with this 4-carbon oxaloacetic acid which is already present inside the mitochondria to form 6-carbon citrate molecule in the presence of enzyme citrate synthetase. In the next step, the citrate undergoes isomeric transformation in the presence of enzyme aconitase to form isocitrate. Now, isocitrate molecule undergoes decarboxylation reaction in which one carbon dioxide molecule and two hydrogen atoms get released, leading to the formation of this 5-carbon molecule called alpha ketoglutarate. And the hydrogen ion is received by NAD plus to form NADH and H plus. This NADH is a transporter molecule which ultimately goes to electron transport cycle which is present in the inner mitochondrial membrane, and through this electron transport cycle ATP is released. In the next step, this alpha ketoglutaric acid again undergoes decarboxylation reaction in which one molecule of carbon dioxide and two hydrogen atoms are released, leading to the formation of this 4-carbon succinyl coenzyme A molecule. Now, succinyl coenzyme A molecule loses its coenzyme A part, and this results into the release of large amount of energy which is stored in the form of GTP or guanosine triphosphate molecule. In the succinic, this leads to the formation of succinate or succinic acid. In the succinic acid, you can see here these 2 carbon atoms loses their hydrogen atom to form double bond between these 2 carbon atoms in the presence of succinate dehydrogenase. At this step, the hydrogen atom released is received by FADH to form FADH2. Here it is shown by Q and QH2. This leads to the formation of fumaric acid or fumarate. Now fumaric acid undergoes hydration reaction. That means this double bond of carbon breaks and hydrogen ion and hydroxyl ion of water gets attached to each of these carbon atom. This leads to the formation of malate ion in the presence of enzyme fumarase. In the next step, malate ion undergoes dehydrogenation reaction in the presence of malate dehydrogenase enzyme, and the one hydrogen atom from here and one hydrogen atom from this hydroxyl ion of this carbon is removed in this process. This leads to the formation of double bond between this carbon and oxygen atoms. This is called oxaloacetic acid. So we can see that what was the reactant at the first step of the citric acid cycle gets released at the end of it, and thus this cycle goes on again and again. As you have seen that two pyruvic acid molecules are formed from one glucose molecule, so two citric acid cycle takes place per glucose molecule. Now the whole reaction which takes place through this citric acid cycle can be presented as follows: acetyl coenzyme A plus 3NAD plus FAD plus GDP plus inorganic phosphate and 2H2O. These are the reactants which takes parts in the reactions, and these are the products which are formed after the reaction. Coenzyme A gets released after the reaction is completed. 3NADH is formed, which goes into the electron transport chain to produce ATP. 1 FADH2 is released, which also goes into electron transport chain to produce ATP. 1 GDP is formed. 2 molecules of carbon dioxide is released, and 2 H plus ion is released, which forms H2O. So we can see that finally the glucose molecule is broken down into carbon dioxide and water, and lots of energy is released here. Now we have to study about the energetics of this whole cycle, how many energy is produced through this cycle, which we will discuss in the next lecture. Thank you.